Well, hello, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Maybe it's my fault. Maybe it's my fault because the last 2 weeks that we played, I was at the Red Brick House. Didn't have the football party. And the Cowboys got a big tie against the Green Bay Packers, and they ended up getting the win against the Jets. I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is, but we always play to the level of our competition. But that's not to take anything away from Rico, who was on a mission to embarrass the Cowboys, and he thoroughly did that. You know, the Cowboys are risking losing the locker room. This is, God, to Dak Prescott's credit, he did not throw the defense under the bus. Did not. Looked at it and said, hey, that first drive, we were 3 and out and had to punt. The last time we got the ball, we didn't do anything. But, when you score the amount of points that they score, you should be winning going away. Tom Landry used to say, if we can hold a team to 17 points, we'll win. We'll win. And see, George Pickens, who was slandered about how bad a teammate he was, you got to say George Pickens has given everything. 6 TDs, about 525 yards in 6 games, is more than taking up the slack of CeeDee Lamb. Hell, he looks like a number 1 wide receiver in every stretch of the imagination. Hurdled over a guy, has 6 TDs, where in the past his best season was only 5. Has done everything possible, motivating the other players on the team, giving his all on the field, trying to win, and he is frustrated. He wanted, first and foremost, he wants to get the damn win. I want to get the damn win. I had a bad feeling about this game going in because, it's kind of like the Cowboys, they play better against the teams that you expect them to get mollybopped in, and then the teams that they should just beat and get a win, they can't seem to get the damn win. Now, the Carolina Panthers, shout out to them because they're at 500 for the first time. For the first time in 4 years. That one hurt, man. That one hurt because if you're on the offense, you look at it and say, damn, when the offensive line was not great today, and I can't wait to see the grades, back to where the running game was insignificant. We didn't do dick as far as running the football. You had Dak Prescott damn near perfect. You had George Pickens there doing great things. Jake Ferguson doing great things. Role players, Jalen Tolbert, Ryan Fenoy doing great things. But we're never going to be shit with a defense that's putrid. The players on the defense, Diggs is like, man, we're just giving up big plays, blown assignments, completely lost. Everybody is completely lost on this defense. I don't know how you fix it. Now, people will look and say, it was stupid to trade Micah Parsons. Yeah, well, you can put Micah Parsons on this team, and I won't disagree and say it won't help. But if we can't sign other people to go with Micah Parsons, we're still stuck where we were last year. That defense was not good. You're seeing the defense that was bad last year just atrocious this year. This game is one that has just got me off. I literally feel depressed right now about this team. Now, I know I've said it over and over again. I've never gone through and said that, we a Super Bowl team and we go. No, that was never me. I've been saying all along with a new coaching staff, with a young roster, new philosophies, it's going to take time. And I said this year is get to know everybody season. I've been saying we get a winning record, 9 games, and that's a good season because you don't expect to. But then when you start seeing the Eagles go downhill, when you see the 49ers who are beat the hell up and then losing to Tampa Bay, right now you see Kansas City coming back alive and beating the Lions at the moment. You look at this and say, well, Tampa Bay looks like they're the best team in the division, in the conference right now. You look at it and say, God, this is a year that maybe the NFC is kind of down a bit. That from one week to the next week, you have a team rise up and then fall. And you can't take advantage of it. I've heard Jerry Jones talking about, we got capital, we got cash. We got draft picks, and we can use those. Stop selling me shit. I'm tired of hearing shit. Show me some action, okay? You want to know the reality is we have things that you're told that are actually bullshit. Sometimes we draft great players. We have drafted C.D. Lamb, getting lucky with Dak Prescott, getting Micah Parsons, Diggs at one point. But then, if you scratch past those guys, the Tyler Smiths, maybe the Tyler Booker, we'll find out when he comes back from injury. Maybe the Tyler Guyton. But we're actually littered with a lot of players that just aren't there. I have tried my hardest to look and try and find the positivities of Mozzie, but Mozzie, probably the best thing for Mozzie to be is like Daniel Jones and go someplace else. The fact that we have Mozzie, a number 1 draft pick, who is a healthy scratch, lets you know we didn't draft good that year. To see, where is Marshawn Nealon? Remember when we drafted him in the 2nd round, people said, hey, he's the replacement for D-Law. He ain't replacing him. I can say that. We've heard, and you know what the worst thing is? The worst thing is the sales job we get from training camp from us YouTubers. I'm guilty of it. When Law goes there, and Bosch goes there, and of course you get your Todd Archers and your all of your sports writers there that tell you how good somebody looks. Somebody like Jack Sanborn. Oh my God, they're really high on Jack Sanborn. Jack Sanborn is looking great in training camp and stuff. They feel really good about him. Remember how everybody was talking, and I said over and over again, defensive tackle is one of those positions that it takes years to get under their belt. And people were talking about Jay Tola. Man, Jay Tola, man, he looks so, Jay Tola, he looks so good in camp, man. He's going to be great. And I'm kind of like, we're talking about a rookie late round draft pick defensive lineman. Seriously? You can't expect much from that. This isn't Aaron Donald that you just drafted, but people out here literally trying to sell you that. I know I said, but Kyler Murray, he was team leader there in Tennessee. Look at all the numbers he had, tackles-wise. Bro, I ain't doing it. We had been pretty good at stopping the run. Not tonight. Tonight, it looked like Carolina owned both sides of the lines. They controlled our offensive line. I don't know how in the world Dak Prescott, without a running game, without the blocking and stuff in there, was able to make the passes that he made. And yet again, we are wasting another career of a great quarterback. How fitting is it that Tony Romo and Dak Prescott are so close in numbers and statistics? It sucks, man. I think this loss, man, I think this one broke me. I literally about broke my computer. I went in my workshop and was in there cutting wood to make cabinets there for a while. I came down, started watching the Sunday night football game, just fell asleep on the couch. I don't even know what to do with this anymore, man. I know I told myself that it's not about this year. It's not about this year. But, you know, I'm 60 years old now. I'm 60 years old. And it seems like on a daily basis I hear about people who have lost a loved one or a friend or somebody is sick and doesn't have much time. Dan Quinn was so right about a sense of urgency. Tomorrow is not promised. That's why he decided he needed to get the hell up out of here. Tomorrow is Jerry Jones's birthday. Yeah. Well, I started to, I could have stayed at the Red Brick House, but I wanted to come home and spend my birthday, with my kids, which I did, and, come home and spend my birthday weekend with my friends and hang out and stuff, have a little party and things here, and God, I feel bad for George Pickens. No, actually, I shouldn't feel bad for George Pickens. Because if I was George Pickens, I would keep doing exactly what I'm doing. I'd be playing lights out, saying the right things, and look for the exit door and get paid someplace else. I wish that Dak Prescott could go someplace else and win a Super Bowl right now. Because I'd hate to see his career end. He's got all the Cowboy records and has literally left body parts on the field like Tony Romo. And we have the mom and pop shop that don't know what they're doing. And at this point, you're getting close to losing the locker room. At some point, the offense has to look at the defense and say, man, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the hell we do. They are not going to allow us to be shit. That defense is that atrocious. Never seen a team that bad. Never seen a team give up so many deep passes. Matt Eberflus, I don't know how the frick you can even look in the damn mirror. I don't know how you. I mean, literally. I would just say I quit. I'm sorry. I have to go. I'm so sorry. I don't even know what you say as a coach. I don't know what you're doing there that everybody just looks like they're standing flat-footed. Number one offense and the worst defense. Some bullshit, man. And for all those out there talking about the Cowboys, they know how to draft. They damn sure don't know how to draft in the defense. We are so littered with wasted draft picks on the defense. And when we get some good players, we don't hold on to them. Well, maybe the best thing I can do is go to bed and start over tomorrow. Yeah. think they broke me, man. Remember, good people. Remember to tell the people you love how much you love them, because you might not get the chance again, man. It's getting cold. Winter is coming. I love you guys.